Hello, Quadra Monster here. So I actually decided to do my episode 2 review video, because I'm going to feel too lazy to do it tomorrow, and plus I just rewatched episode 2. So basically I'm just going to, what I do in one of my reviews is I go through the whole video, and whenever I feel like, giving my opinion on something, I'll just write it down. So after we come back from the loft, it shows us talking and stuff, and Suskaiden mentions an alliance with Reality Pails. And I don't know if you guys watched the preview at all, but you can see me in the preview yelling at Suskaiden about an alliance because, first of all, why would you make an alliance in a show that eliminates players based on the panel's decision? Unless you make an alliance with Brent Gokey or Adrian Curry or the guest judge, having an alliance won't really do you much on a show like this. So I just, I think Reality actually, told some people about the alliance, which is just how the whole thing blew up. But, just for her to even do that was I think that was nuts. I like how they did the team picking for this episode. It kind of showed really the black sheep of the group, because honestly we all got along. We all considered each other family, and Suskaiden was just the black sheep. She just didn't fit in. I mean, she's a good person in general, but I think that kind of shows her character just by trying to make an alliance with Reality Pails after the first elimination, and just the way that she acted in episode 1 and 2, just the way that she is, she was just the black sheep. So I kind of like that they did the team picking like that, because she was kind of able to see, you're kind of the odd one out here. When they showed us the rack of clown clothes, I was kind of excited because I love, dress up and stuff, but at the same time I was like, crap, I really hate creepy clowns. And of course, Diddy is on my team, and I know everyone will agree with me, you will have nightmares after seeing him, because he makes such a creepy clown. The thing that I, couldn't believe was that was the most surprising in this episode is when Suskaiden goes up to Christy Pride and says, "Please tell me you're not a bitch." I don't know if, girls watch my YouTube channel or not, but, when girls have problems with each other, we most of the time don't say anything. We're very two-faced. We'll be nice to you in front of your face, and then we'll talk shit about you behind your back. And so Suskaiden, I guess, was trying to call Christy Pride out on that. But I think what Suskaiden didn't really understand is that it wasn't just Christy Pride that didn't want her in the house, but it was, everybody. But I thought it was so bizarre for her to go up to Christy and just say, "Please tell me you're not a bitch." I mean, that's just another thing that kind of shows a little bit of her character, really. When we went up and we saw the carts, I was really excited. The carts looked awesome, building and things like that. And then I liked how we kind of had to pick out our own jobs. On our team, we definitely picked the slow and steady method. Just doing things efficiently, yet doing them properly. And actually at first, Team Dollface was kicking our ass. They had their cart basically done except that one bolt, probably a half hour before we had even gotten close to there. So it was pretty intense. I think Diddy and Ninjanomics did a really good job communicating with one another during the challenge, as well as me, Reality Pails, and Achilles Might, supporting them, kind of showing them different things they could be missing from the outside. Team Dollface, I think they did a really good job of just trying to support them. Them meaning Asuka and Suskaiden, kind of yelling them directions and things like that. I think where they kind of messed up a little bit was not really actually listening to what they were saying. Whereas our team, Ninjanomics and Sky Diddy really did listen when we told them to do stuff. And then another thing, I know Jaffe said it was, like, not a big deal, but, like, honestly, like, even if it was just a couple sentences, like, you shouldn't be speaking Spanish to somebody who doesn't speak Spanish. Like, if it's supposed to be teamwork, like, you have to communicate properly, and you can't be telling her to do stuff in Spanish. Like, that just doesn't work out. So for Jaffe to say that's not really a big deal, yes, it kind of wasn't a big deal because it was only a couple sentences, but at the same time, like, what if she's in, like, a real scenario and is really stressed out and all of a sudden she just goes off on, like, you know, like, a tangent. Like, you don't know. Like, really, that it just popped up out of nowhere. I think Achilles and Reality Pails did a really great job of really cheering me on when I was shooting my little... by the way, okay, what we were shooting were these little foam disc things, and it was windy outside, so, like, my discs kept flying, like, all over the place. Like, I have a metal BB gun, and I can, like, hit targets and stuff, but those little disc things, they did not go where you aimed them. So, luckily they edited the video, to make me look like a really, really awesome sharpshooter with a Nerf gun. But the last target, it took me like a good 15 minutes. I had to reload the cartridge, I think 5 or 6 times, because the wind was so bad. And on top of that, like, Achilles and Reality Pails will back me up on this. I hit the paper 2 or 3 times and it would not break through. But they did a really great job in supporting me. You know, they kept telling me, like, don't give up, don't give up. And the whole time I was thinking, like, oh my god, like, what if I don't get this last target and they end up catching up? But our team was fortunate enough to be able to get that last target. I think after the I'm saying a lot because I'm just trying to think about the episode while I'm saying this. Sue Skyden trying to comfort Asuka after the challenge. I did not see that actually, like, when it was happening, but I can't really tell at this point if it was Sue Skyden just trying to show some kind of good character, or if she actually, like, cared about Asuka. But in a way, like, that did give me a little more respect for Sue Skyden, and the fact that she was trying to comfort Asuka, you know, when the challenge went sour. As far as the drama happening, everybody was already pretty annoyed with Sue Skyden by this point in time, so for Byrne to jump out like that at Sue Skyden, I don't think that Sue Skyden is the drama queen. I think it is everybody trying to bite their tongues, not trying to lash out at the drama queen, which would actually be Sue Skyden, because she is really loud and very animated, and it's not something that a lot of us are used to. And so I give props to Byrne Nibelheim for getting the balls to actually say something to her, because I know all of us kind of just wanted to put a sock in her mouth. So that was the first bump in of drama we had on the show. During the actual elimination, I feel like Asuka definitely should have gotten to stay. Sue Skyden is not a real gamer. She told us before that she wanted to be on Broadway, and she wants to be a performer. So obviously the show is a big way for her to get attention. And Asuka just really, really loves games. Is, you know, very, very active in PlayStation Home, on the blog. So, I mean, obviously, you know, she's been around the gaming community, and for her to go just because somebody makes better television really, really sucks. And I feel like if Asuka could have just stayed a little more calm and stated her case a little better, then maybe she might have been able to stay, like, an extra chance like Ego Raptor did, because honestly, like, that wasn't entirely her fault. That the failure of Team Dollface was because of Asuka and Tsuskaiden. And I completely agree with what Asuka said. You know, yes, she's emotional, an emotional train wreck, and I agree. I don't think that passion is someone being emotional. You know, Jaffe only got to see Tsuskaiden during the challenge. He doesn't see her in the house, and she is very emotional, and I don't think that is passion. That's just somebody being a girl and being way too over emotional about everything. Like, Ash-chan, very, very nice girl. Like, awesome. Just an awesome girl. I did not cry when she left. Because I literally knew her for, like, 3 hours. Like, I couldn't really be that upset about it. But for Tsuskaiden to be able to, like, full-on bawl for her leaving, I think that's kind of evidence of her being a performer. And I also felt that Bern Nibelheim shouldn't have even gotten questioned during the elimination because, like I said, when Tsuskaiden and Asuka were building, you could even hear Ego Raptor. You know, he was trying to give advice to them. The whole team was, and they really weren't listening. They were kind of in their own bubble. And I feel like as a team leader, you can only work with what you're given. And you know, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make them drink. So, no matter how much, you know, the rest of the team members on Team Dollface, you know, wanted to verbally help, it's really is that advice being taken in, and unfortunately it wasn't. So, I feel like Bern tried, and failed, but the failure wasn't her fault. But basically my overall review of the episode is that if Asuka had to go home, then I think Tsuskaiden should have had to go home too. Either that, or because of episode 1, how Ego Raptor got a second chance, then Asuka should have gotten a second chance too. If I could really, if this was Miracle World, I would have just had Tsuskaiden go home. She led everybody, said that she has been building shit since she could poop in a diaper or poop in a toilet, and, you know, was speaking in Spanish. Like, she should have went home, and it really sucks that Asuka left so early. But season 3, or episode 3 is going to be really, really awesome. Nolan North is a really, really, really good looking guy. And it is crazy because, I mean, I know he's the voice actor for Drake, but, like, to actually, like, that's his real voice. Like, that's him. Like, that's his real voice. And he is such a cool guy. So you guys get to see a little bit of Nolan North. You also get to see us attempt to use slingshots with giant melons and run through obstacle courses and stuff, and see us dressed up in camo. What you won't get to see is after the challenge I throw up my lunch. Because, you know, like, when you don't exercise for, like, really, really long time, like, if you watch one of those, like, weight loss shows or whatever, like, they work out so hard that they throw up. Well, like, I don't exercise ever, like, literally ever. Ever. So, I was pushing myself really, really hard that challenge, and I ended up throwing up. And J-Tide almost dies from an asthma attack. So, like, we push ourselves hardcore, so if you're, like, down for some intense, like, physical and mental will, then you should definitely tune in to episode 3, because it's gonna be legit. Anyway, sorry for this, like, really long whatever. Oh my god. Anyway, so tell me what you thought about the episode. Tell me what you agree. If you agree with me, disagree with me. If you saw anything else in the show that maybe I might have missed, because I only watched it twice. But leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think. And, yeah, that's it. Okay, peace.